So this one was born about midnight. So this is Tiggy. Tiggy's one of our original ewes. She was a pet lamb that we started with, and we've lambed, this will be her 6th lambing, I should think, and she's had a great big boy, hasn't ya? I think my dad had to help because it was just ahead, and then, despite us watching on the cameras constantly, Jolene's had a lamb that was just running around it pen. She totally slipped that out with nobody watching, and she's got the most beautiful borderless gimmer, haven't ya? Yeah, I'm ready to go with the bunny ears. So Jolene is a border Leicester out of one of my Scotties. Her mum is actually in the other shed. So her mum's this one that's laid down near the trough there. That's Dolly, hence why Jolene. And then we put her to Vincenzo, my border Leicester tup. So her lamb is 3/4 border. And she's so cute with her bunny ears. Beautiful. And she had her all by herself, and she's a big lamb with great big legs. I mean, a good suck, but she's great, and you love her, don't you? Well pleased. Rosie. Hello Rosie, what are you doing in the shed? You're going to have a lamb? Rosie. You're so cute, are you? It's a bit windy, isn't it, girls? Hi everybody. I've just realised I left my smoothie container at my mum and dad's, but that's okay because I don't have any bananas to make a smoothie with tomorrow. Look, my hat's all skewy. So I've just got in from the farm. Now it's 20 to 7, which is pretty good going for lambing time. We've had a good day, a productive day. We have had 2 lambs born, which isn't a massive amount. Mum and Dad did have to lamb a single sort of over last night around midnight-ish, which I think by all accounts was quite traumatic, but they got a good single Suffolk weather lamb out of one of my original Suffolks. I don't know if it'll be in the video I showed at the pens, I think I explained it more. And then we had a single born at about breakfast time, which we've all been checking the cameras on and off, and somehow we missed this one being born. So my mum just went up to have a look, and there was this lamb running around. So she figured out which one had it, and it was really, really good because it was a ewe that she lambed first time last year. She's one of our own bred. She's a border Leicester out of a Scottie, and last year it was quite a hard lambing. I had to lamb her, and I can't remember if the lamb was positioned not well, and it was a decent sized lamb, a Suffolk that she had, and a lovely gimmer, but the ewe wasn't so sure of her, took a bit of convincing. I think we had to mess about with her a bit, and then she was a bit poorly, was the ewe as well, so I was having to give her some antibiotics and a bit of pain relief. And then I think the lamb actually went down with watering mouth. We managed to get her through it, and when it came to sorting out for selling, she was one of the lambs we decided to keep because she was a lovely gimmer. We really, really liked her. It's from what we call the Capcut line. So this is a ewe that I bought many, many moons ago. She was a Scottish blackface, but she had a white face with black markings, and she's been the foundation ewe for quite a large lineage in our flock. I think she cost about £14, and she's been, absolutely indispensable to us. She's made her money over and over again. We called her Carpet because she was quite short, and when she grew a full fleece out, you couldn't see her feet, so she just looked like a floating carpet, and that's where the name came from. And she is the mother of Polly, Holly, Dolly, Angelica. And then we all have their daughters in the flock now. So we have, Angelica hasn't had a gimmer, so fingers crossed she has a gimmer this time. But Polly, who was our beautiful pet lamb that sadly is no longer with us, she had Poppy. I totally just had a mind like that. So she's had Poppy. Poppy last year lamb for the first time. She had twin gimmers, and she's in lamb with a single this year to the Border Leicester Vincenzo. Then Holly's lamb for us many times. We have her daughter Bianca, who's also the other white-faced one that lambed this time. We have other daughters out of Holly, I think, as well. Maybe. And then we have Dolly. So Dolly's daughter is Jolene, this ewe that lambed at breakfast time today. So she had this gimmer lamb, and we were really pleased with her. She was one of the ones we were keeping, and then only a couple of days ago Mum and Dad went into the field and she was laid dead, which was a real disappointment. It's one of those things that happens in farming, but we were all really, really gutted. Mainly because, you know, she'd done so well. She was a really pretty lamb. It's just one of those things. I was treating her for a bit of fluke. Maybe whether that was too late or maybe it wasn't fluke. She was presenting with, they get like sort of a watery swelling under their jaw, and maybe that was a symptom of something else, I don't know. So we were really disappointed, but then she's had a beautiful gimmer this time, a lovely white faced one out of my Border Ram Vincenzo. So it's a 3/4 Border Leicester, so we're really, really pleased, and she's a great lamb. And this time she's taken to her straight away. She loves her lamb, she's feeding her. I mean, I picked her up thinking, oh gosh, she would have had a drink. She had the fullest belly. I mean, she weighed, when I picked her up, oh gosh, I know exactly, she's had a good drink, so we're happy with that. Then today, obviously it was Mother's Day, so I gave Mother a present. I'd bought her a hydrangea, some nice tulips, given her a card. Then we went to go and see my Nana, to give her a present and just spend a little bit of time with her. Then we came back, had a quick bite of lunch, and then we'd arranged to go and pick up a few more hay bales from a neighbouring farm who we'd bought. Well, we basically bought their whole crop that they had left of little square bales. So me and Dad went and got them, unloaded them, and then by this point it was about gone 4 o'clock. So we had a little bit of a sit down and a rest, and then we went back up and went and did the evening chores, which is chopping the fodder beet and feeding everybody. It had rained. It rained quite a bit this afternoon. It was awful driving rain. It rained in on the pens, which was not great. Luckily, all the lambs have full bellies of milk, so they should be okay. But we had to bed them back up again. And then it's come to now. I've sold some eggs, so I've gotten them in. And I'm debating now whether I have my tea first because I'm really hungry, or do I go and have a shower. I think I'll probably go and have a shower because knowing me, I'll have my tea and then be so tired I'll just want to sleep. So I'm going to go and have a quick shower. I've already got my clothes out for work tomorrow. I've also got my farm clothes out ready. This is one of the things I'm trying to do to keep myself a little bit ahead of the game, and try to keep organised and have a bit of sanity. I'm also going to write a little shopping list of things I want to buy for quick meals and stuff like that. I'll also show you one thing my Nana gave me. They're like little tins, so she said they're what are, she must buy like ready-made lasagnas or fish pies, and I thought, do you know what, that is such a good idea. I'm hoping I can use them in the freezer to do up like individual portions of like fish pie, shepherd's pie, anything like that. So I've got loads of these. Who knows when I'm going to plan on doing that. I could have maybe done with them about 3 weeks ago, but anyway. So that's just sort of a recap of today. Luna is sat at the back door swishing her tail because she wants to go out because she seems to have forgotten how to use the cat flap. But yeah, I will hopefully take you with me if I can, if we have any more ewes at lamb or anything like that. But yeah, lambing so far okay. So it is day 4? Yeah, day 4 of lambing. Slow and steady, but we're a bit stuck for space, so slow and steady is about what we can manage. I don't have a lot of room for pens, but we've had a set of twins in the night. My mum and dad had done them. I checked the camera just after 12 and they were already penned up. I've been and seen them this morning. They're a real nice set of twins. It's a lovely day, real bright, still very, very windy. which is annoying. But a nice sunny day. I've taken one layer of fleece off, so I still have a gilet on and then another fleece under here. And let's go check on the pens. Good mornings. We have Jennifer in here with her 3. With the 2 bigger ones. Oh, oh dear. Somebody's squealing. So the 2 bigger ones are boys. That's the little gimmer over there. And Bianca with her little boy lamb who's dreaming. Then we have Tiggy. She has a great big boy lamb. He's massive. Jolene with her little gimmer lamb. She's quite protective of her. Oh, what a little bent ear. Oh, I hope that straightens out. And then these are what came in the night. So this is Daffy. So she's one of our own bred. She's a Texel out of Suffolk. And she's had a set of twins. So one's a boy, one's a girl. I think this is potentially the girl. Oh, lovely markings, aren't you? Look at them pretty ears. You've never eaten all that hair. I filled it up for 6:30 this morning.
She hadn't touched it when you left her last night.
Well, it was empty It was empty when I came,
right,
and so I put a great armful in, and then she snaffled it all.
Well, she wasn't showing a great deal of interest in it when we left her. She was more interested in licking.
Licking.
Things.
Did you like licking? Well, I looked on camera and you was licking. Oh, cute here.
Smashing job of cleaning, you give her that.
Oh, and they're lovely, aren't they? She'd cleansed this morning, so I took that out.
Good.
Yeah. That went on forever. I had my fork and it was like going all
I've
around.
never seen so many bags of bloody water coming out.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
And I pushed a bit, but what?
No, Mum said she weren't really that bothered. Too posh to push.
Yes.
Ah, look at great legs on her. I'm not surprised. Well, you've done very well as a first timer. Look at you with nipples sticking out, honestly. So, when are these black ones going to start? Because they're... Is it today, Rosie? No. Yeah, so these few girlies to do. So we have this bit of space here to make some pens, and there is the little shed next door, but I'd really rather not use that because at some point we'll tip these older ones out at pens. They're just getting a drink. So they can run around in a smaller area and get used to finding their mums. It's quite good that we've got they're all fairly different coloured. 2 black ones, 2 white ones and a dappley one. But yeah, very good. So it's 6 PM now. What a day we've had. I've been meaning to get my camera out all day and I've spent most of the afternoon looking for it because I'd left it somewhere and I couldn't find it. Anyway, this morning, after feeding up, I went to Malta Market. I met John and he was selling some cattle, and then I sat with him for a bit because I hadn't seen him since last week, and then I came back home, and my dad was wanting to tell me because there was a little white lamb in one of the videos earlier on that was a bit poorly, and I'd found out that it had a watery mouth, so we were treating it for that, and he wanted to show me that it was stood up. But as we looked across, there was a black ewe with a white lamb, and then there was another ewe lambing. It's been crazy. I put it on my TikTok, which is the same handle as my YouTube, so if you wanted to see it on there. But we're now fed up everything now, and there is another ewe on lambing. What's going on? Oh, she's a single. Hey, quick, get that white lamb. We'll chuck it underneath her and she'll think she's had a pair of them. Oh no, that was not the spot.
No, I can't.
Excuse you! Excuse you!
We'll have a burpees.
Oh, what a face. Zoom in. Like a David Attenborough wildlife documentary. The ewe takes herself off.
Here she is looking back at you with her big... What is happening?
With a great look of terror on her face.
Yeah. As the lion creeps from behind.
Alright, what's that little dark face in there what Vicky is doing? Pulling her face. Meanwhile, the one that's overdue is, I think, must be around Aigles. You're well overdue, aren't you, Hilda? Oh, it's like a scrummage. Oh, getting up now. Oh dear. Oh, I'm gonna push it out right into the gate. Oh, hello, Rosie. You're coming to say hello. Rosie. So, recap of the day. My dad had to lamb that big one in the back corner at about 10 o'clock last night, I think it was. Then I came back from market and this black ewe was with this white lamb in the shed, which we thought, oh, she's had a lamb, that's fine. Then this white ewe in the corner, who is in the adopter, was having a lamb. It was still in the water bag behind the feeder, so we've never moved so fast. I was stood at the other side, Dad was in here to get it out of the bag. She had a white lamb, didn't want anything to do with it. And then this ewe was scanned as a single, started lambing and was pushing out a pair of black hooves. And so I looked at the white lamb and the other white lamb that she'd had and realised, oh, she's a set of twins. She has pinched her lamb and is now having her own lamb for forcing herself to lamb. So she loved the white one. She's got plenty of milk. She's always reared twins for us before, so she's having a set of twins. Then we had the white lamb, which we've been trying to put back onto the mother. However, she doesn't seem to have a great deal of milk, don't seem to like it. We had issues with her last year, so we had another single, a black single, lambing tonight, just starting. So what we've done is I took the little white lamb in, and while she was lambing she started making a bit of noise, a bit of interest in the little white lamb. So we put that in front of her just before she started lambing. She started nuzzling it, let it have a feed, and then we've just lambed a black lamb out of her. I don't know if it's a tup or a gimmer or what. So she's cleaning that off while white one's having a feed, and hopefully we've got another little happy family who are going to go in this pen. So we are just waiting here. Mother's just brought in a packet of chocolate biscuits, and unfortunately the wrapping paper was so rattly that all the sheep thought they were getting biscuits. Rosie, stay there. So that is where we are today. Stop kicking your lamb! Kicking it, trying to get it off. I think because the other one's obviously so weak, because obviously it's a couple of hours old. Oh, she starts saying to that, and come on, you're up. And it's like, oh, I'm only just come out here. I'm still all gooey. Look at it. So, starting to get through a little bit. A good morning from the lambing shed. Look at this little cutie laid on her mom's back. So we've let the ewe out of the adopter because that is her lamb drinking off this black one. So that looks very good to me. That looks like that's been a successful adoption. This is the other black one that pinched through the lamb, and as you can see, she's happily feeding too. Got Daffy in the corner with her too, she's happy with them. Tiggy with hers. Then this little white lamb in here's been a bit poorly. He's had a touch of watery mouth. He's also been a bit backed up because the milk that his mum's giving him is so rich. It's sticking to him when it's coming out of the other end, isn't it, lad? And sometimes when it sticks to their tails, because it is so sticky, the muck can't come out, and then obviously we have a bit of an issue. But we've cleaned him up and put some Vaseline on. Then these are the rest that are waiting to have their lambs. It's been a quiet night. I've been checking the camera every couple of hours. Nothing was happening. And I've come up really this morning just to make sure these guys is okay. And I think you are okay, aren't you? And then nothing happening in here, so I'll probably go home and have some breakfast. I will just walk around the other side of the ring feeder because that's where the white one had her lamb, well at least one of them, yesterday, so just make sure nobody else is deciding to do the same. Evening all. How are we doing? How are the three? Okay. How's my little white boy? You alright? You doing better? Hello? Did the whiskey do the trick? My mum had read on a Facebook page to give a shot of whiskey, so that's what we gave to him. Oh bless him, he's a little cough. And I've got Tiggy with her, big boy. Hey Jolene. Oh dear, you'll let me having a drink. Bash is growing. Alright. Like to just climb in and have a look? No, oh you little eye. Oh, be lovely and warm. Alright. Alright, Gel. Stop panting, you're gonna make yourself lamb. I won't get in with you, Blue. I know you don't like. Now my mother says it seems like you two black uns prefer your white lambs. Is that right? So this is her white lamb she pinched, and a massive black lamb. He was just a bit stuck, weren't he? I just had to straighten his legs out. Then here's Dot with her black lamb who was coming. He had a leg back, but I managed to fish it out. And then little white lamb that we gave to her that she's taken. And this is Dolly. Oh, Dolly. Dolly's Jolene's mummy. Now, you're panting like mad. I know it's been a warm day, but you're making strange noises. But out of the black uns, the one stood at the water trough is the one that's overdue. And they have them when they'll have them. We'll walk around the other side. So my mum and dad have tipped the white ewe that was in there. She's now in the bottom field with my hogs and my empties. So I've been at work today doing my day job, so I came and checked them first thing this morning and came to work. And then just been checking the camera throughout the day, which is really, really handy. Look at Bridget. Look at her peeping. What are you doing, lass? So I'm just seeing that there's nobody hidden down these sides who's decided to lamb, but they haven't done. I'm at work tomorrow again, so it'll be the same again. Then it's the weekend. See what happens with that. Rosy Posy. You're looking big, aren't you, Hall? No, I've been 2 this time. I hope you'll be alright. I think you just had a big gimmer, didn't you? Was it a gimmer? Was it whether you had last time? They're all panting, but it's been 18 degrees today. So, this one, Rosie, that one there, which is toothless, the one with one horn, and this Jacob down here, they're all having lambs to the valley. Having valley black nose lambs. Then the rest, for the most part, the white ones are to the Border Leicester. Anything with a black face is to the Suffolk. Well, I say that, but I think some of these black ewes might be to the Border Leicester as well. And then I think you're to the Suffolk. Jemima's to the Suffolk. Dolly maybe is as well. And that Jacob, that horn Jacob is as well. I sort of mixed some of the horned ones and the black ones with between the Suffolk and the Border Leicester, just to see. It's definitely a bit fresher now than it was earlier on. So my valet, they're in here with their lambs. Plus, there's 2 Valley Cross hogs from last year. One which I'm keeping and one that I'll probably sell in the autumn sales as a shearling. And there's a little Jacob. I don't know if you can quite see. Right in the distance, there's a little dark thing, and then a really teeny tiny pale thing with a black face. That's a little Jacob, and then Rosie's little Suffolk gimmer that she had from last year that's teeny tiny. She had a set of twins, and I don't know why I didn't just take one off of her, because they've never grown particularly well. I think she struggled with a pair of them, and then we ended up losing one a couple of weeks ago because they just weren't quite strong enough. And then in this field where there's absolutely nothing to eat are the rest of the expectant mamas. Plus I think 2 empties that I kept in here just to try and give them a bit better feed. So these are all due sort of from next week onwards. So it might be this weekend we bring a couple more in. Although if the weather is quite nice, I don't mind lambing them outside. And then I have 3 goats in here that have done a sterling job of clearing away all them brambles. So you couldn't see through there because it was just full of brambles and just undergrowth and just vegetation, and they've totally cleared it off. So the idea is to move them on to another bit and get them to clear a bit more. It all seems quiet. I'll have another check in the shed and go home for my tea. Good morning. It looks like we're running out of space. That's every time I looked on the cameras, my mother and father were penning more sheep up. Have you got a baby, Kiki? This is your first time, isn't it? You like it? You're a bit unsure? Holly, you've got 2 pretty little Norfolks. They're lovely. One you've covered in hair. Yeah. Honestly. Pooing in your food. My little watery mouth guy looks a bit brighter. Definitely happy that it was. You guys are okay. That was definitely leaked out. Hey, you'll need a good bed up, don't you? You happy with your two? They're never together, like them two seem to have snuggled up and decided they are siblings. Anything happening? So we were expecting at least one other blackens to have lambed. And my mother thought Todd Swell was acting a bit territorial, but she's like that anyway. I was sort of watching that big white one with sticky up ears. But yeah, how you doing, Rosie Posey? You like her? Or him? I think it's her. Clever girl, Kiki. Did mother help? Because that's Kiki's mother at the back, Jemima. I'm not quite sure where the Kiki came from. We've had to resort to wooden bars. I take it because it was late on. We do have more hurdles somewhere, but who knows where in the farm. So Holly is a Capcut daughter, same as Dolly right in the back there. She's had 2 boys, and Kiki's had a lovely little girl that when I picked up she went ballistic, so she obviously likes her. She's good. But Capcut was my original Scottie with her white face. Her daughters always do well. They lamb well for us. So Bianca that's down here is Holly's daughter. So that's mother and daughter there. Oh, it is cold. There's quite a nice little sunrise over there. So everything looks fine. So I think it is time for breakfast and a cup of tea. And then tomorrow looks like it's gonna be a case of turning some into the mothering up pen. That little crash that we make. So whether we'll have to do that in the little side shed, which is going to be interesting to manoeuvre because it's through there, but the ewes are there with their lambs, so I'll have to walk them through here into there. See you later, guys. I'll keep an eye on my camera. I don't know if you can see for all the bars, but there's the white one that we mothered onto that black and having a good drink. And when I come home, my little kitten sat waiting for me. So cute.